Hello, human-shaped friends. This is a hourglass that is broken that I decided to paint, not the way that it was broken, but in the way that felt better to paint. When you go to art school or you're taking art classes or you're watching tutorials online, there are times when it seems like there's only one right way to do something, and I so strongly disagree with that, especially when it comes to art. Knowing your basic fundamentals, understanding the rules, those are important. So when you break them in such a way that it still works, that it can still harmonize, that what you are trying to do is not so lost in chaos. Knowing how to break those rules because you know the rules, that's really important. I painted this up and down, vertical instead of horizontal, because I wanted it to feel as though it was flying. Yes, clearly, if you turn it sideways, it's lying on something. That's why the shadow that it gives is just so parallel to it, because clearly it's laying flat on something. But I wanted that movement and the motion of the sand and the broken glass to feel as though it was flying up. Or maybe the weight that we give time itself was coming down, the constraints that we've put on it. And no, I don't normally think this hard about my little watercolors most of the time, because most of the time I use watercolors to turn my brain off. But when I tried looking at it horizontally, I just knew it was wrong. I knew it's not what I wanted. And because I understand a lot of those rules, I could understand why I wanted to turn it, why I wanted to change it. Sometimes I will turn and change things up because it feels better to do. I have joint problems, and sometimes you just have to adjust for your health and safety. But other times it feels right to do because you're an artist, which means you're a little crazy. Personally, I know that is a very harmful stereotype because not all artists are crazy, but in a very real way, artists see the world differently. It's part of why they're an artist. When I walk through art museums, on the rare occasion that I leave my home, I can always find my favorite pieces because they aren't the way the world was, but the way that the artist saw it. It's why a lot of artists spend so long trying to find their style. Because when you're learning, you just kind of learn how to duplicate. You learn how to make it seem like a photo. You understand perspective, dimensions, color theory. But you're not a printer. So you find your own way of interpreting those things. Breaking enough of the rules so they're not really broken, they're just rearranged, they've been bent a little. It's why so often when people jump in headfirst into their own style, something seems a little off. And that's usually because they didn't understand the rules before they broke them. So they don't know how to fix it. That's why so many artists will tell you, learn the fundamentals. And I do agree with that. But personally, a lot of my own stylage was kind of taken away from me. Art school does that to a lot of people. I am told that if you look at my work, you know it is mine. But so often I'm trying to chase perfection that I forget to feel the work that I'm making. or I feel like I'm putting too much of myself in it to really be able to love it, I guess. I don't know. I do know that I am so tired. And rambling for 5 minutes can be really hard sometimes because your brain just goes places and you're like, hey, I don't think I was ready to go there yet, but I already did. And now I'm thinking about it. Anyway, bye.